But see, you never can win when you're dirty, honey. You never can win.
Now, who don't know that the Housewives franchise starts and stops with Atlanta? Okay, we have been watching Atlanta since 2008, most of us. We've seen some of the best episodes come away from Atlanta because Atlanta reigns supreme. And I'm just keeping it all the way real. And Bravo, you ain't shit because you have double standards. Why on earth would you hire Britt Eady? I don't like the whore. The whore has a very bad attitude. Okay, now I'm hearing that she's even said some things about Shamia's disabled daughter. But look here, Bravo, y'all just hiring anybody at this point because I've never heard of the trick. If that's the case, y'all need to go ahead and bring back Sheree, and hell, you might as well bring back Nene. If you really want some ratings, bring Nene back and watch the ratings explode times 100. Andy, get your pride together and get Miss Leaks back on the Housewives. Okay, now back to this whore, Brit. Now look here, Brit already had preconceived notions about Kenya. She admittedly said this, okay? So instead of her waiting to see how Kenya treats her and everything, she goes by some of the previous episodes she's seen. She goes by, maybe some things that she's heard in Atlanta. She's a follower and she wants a moment because she's trying to seal the deal and make sure that ink is dry on that Bravo contract for seasons to come. Now notice how Brit made a huge ordeal about Kenya asking her about her ring, and then she made a huge moderation about Kenya not hugging her the way she wanted. I mean, what do you want? I mean, you have a husband. What's going on? Kenya patted you, she gave you a little hug, and she went on about her way, and Kenya told you that she didn't want to get makeup on you. And that didn't satisfy Brit because she wanted an argument. She wanted an issue with Kenya from the very beginning. And I think that she's very envious of Kenya's beauty, and Kenya's an OG, so she definitely wanted a one-on-one moment with Kenya. It seems all the newbies do it. So the previous episode, when Brit felt like Kenya didn't hug her the way she needed her to, she goes outside, she acts a complete fool. She's mentioning, I got a whip, I got a pistol, the bitch don't know me, and there's cameras. And she turns from a valley girl into an all the way hood booger, okay? Which I knew the white girl accent that she was giving was totally false. She's a fraud. She's a total fraud. Okay. And so she's going crazy out in the parking lot. Kenya's trying to find her car. Kenya's like, look, I'm looking for valet. But of course, Portia's like, hey, you want to ride with me? Kenya's like, yeah, go ahead. I'll be Miss Daisy. You know what I mean? Just making light of the situation as Brit is on the side, just cursing up a storm, just making a fool out of herself in front of the cameras, in front of her ugly husband. I mean, it seemed to me that Brit was really on one because she had people around her. Would she have done the same thing if it was just herself? I highly doubt it. But her husband was standing there, so she thought she'd give a show. Okay, so Kenya didn't pay her no, never mind. But of course, Kenya was definitely listening to what was being said. So Kenya definitely heard her when she mentioned the gun and this and that. You know what I mean? And so the girl went completely nuts. Kenya got in the car, kept it moving, laughed, and went on. Okay, so now we're leading up to the episode where everyone is talking about Kenya got the whole internet on fire. And this is the episode called About Last Night. Kenya is having the grand opening of her salon, which is beautiful. Kenya Moore Hair Spa. Beautiful, beautiful place. Okay. So everyone comes out. All the girls are there. Basically says, that she's going to bring flowers. She's got a card. She's want to apologize to Kenya for her behavior because she knows she acted a donkey. She knows she acted a fool. Okay. So now she's wanting to apologize because she's going to this girl's event. So she walks in, basically. Kenya is just, looking gorgeous as ever. And everyone's celebrating Kenya. She walks in with the flowers, Britney, and she's like, hey, I just want to apologize. And Kenya pays her straight dust. Okay. And of course, Britney's like, well, it's okay. That's okay if you want to ignore me. That's okay. I mean, So Kenya starts her speech. Okay, Kenya's like, look, I want to thank everybody for coming out. This has been a long time coming, and I put a lot of work into this, and it seems like people want to bring me down, and I'm tired of it. So she goes in on Brit, and everyone is just looking in amazement. People like, what's going on? What's going on? But you know, Cynthia's looking, Shamia, Portia standing there. Of course, Britney, by that time, she walks out, she leaves, she's on the outside of the venue. And so she walks out. And so Kenya's on the inside, and Kenya's like, Kenya had a nice little speech. Okay. I must say, I had to rewind that a few times myself. Okay. That was pretty epic, because Kenya said basically, look, I'm that bitch, been that bitch, and still that bitch. And I'ma pay you dust.
Cause I'm that bitch, been that bitch, still that bitch. I'm gonna pay you dust.
Got him.
I'm gonna pay you dust.
So then Kenya, and she keeps asking, you must don't know who I am. You don't know who I am. Kenya's like, no, I don't know who you are. So Kenya was like, look, I went and researched, and I know who you are. And you're a sleazy slut. Okay, a trap whore to be exact. So then Kenya starts whipping out these huge photos. Okay, I guess Kenya done sent her assistant down to the damn Staples, and honey done got a whole big workup on Brit. She released the first photo, and I guess which that photo showed what Brit used to look like, because she's had a lot of work done, a lot of surgeries, injections and things like that. Allegedly, the audience, they were shocked. So then Kenya was like, I had my private investigators look into her, and this is what I found. So apparently Kenya whips out a photo of Brit performing fellatio on some guy, and the whole room just gasps for air. Okay, including Cynthia and Portia. So Kelly walks out. Kelly's like, no, I'm not gonna let you talk about my friends. Okay, you going outside because you injected too. Got a whole fake body yourself. Okay, the waffle lady, Kelly, she goes outside. Okay, so she catches up with Brit, and she's like, oh yeah, well, Kenya's a whore back then, and Cynthia seems like she's appalled. Okay, Portia's appalled. They're all like, oh my gosh, everybody's clutching their pearls. They have never seen lips wrapped around a peen before, which, you know what, I kind of think like they was thinking like, you know what, I done sucked some before too, and this isn't cool, Kenya. This isn't cool. I've been in this predicament before too, so everybody's probably thinking about their past situations. Portia wants to leave. Cynthia wants to leave. Cynthia was like, look, I didn't come here to see Brit sucking no dick. And so Portia is like, look, production, take the mic off of me. I want to leave. Just make it where I wasn't even here. Okay. You can basically take me out the scene like I was never here. Cynthia's a flip-flopper. Okay. So Cynthia, well, Kenya, I just think you're better than that. I just really think you're better than that. I love you. I'll call you later. So Cynthia and her wide face walks out. Portia walks out down to the Underground Railroad. Kenya said, I am tired of people coming for me, and now don't come for me unless I send for you. This episode was emotionally charged, and a lot of people are very upset with Kenya. Of course, this stunt that Kenya pulled, it got her basically fired from this season. So you will not see Kenya anymore on any of the episodes. Now Kenya said that she's still an employee of Bravo. She just will not be filming, which I think I just think it's not right. Britt did wrong. Kenya did wrong. They both are equally wrong. There should have been some sort of mediation or something like that. I mean, clearly it wasn't that bad. I mean, because Bravo still aired the incident. They didn't show the pictures, but they still aired the incident, which opens everything up globally. So now people can go on Google and you can search those pictures, or, you can go look for those pictures about Britney. So if it was just horrible, then why would Bravo show it at all? You know why? Because Bravo don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about Kenya or Britney. They can care less really about what happened, but it's about optics and being sued. So they felt like they needed to do something. But at the end of the day, Bravo, the Housewives of Atlanta, the producers, the directors, whatever, they all kept the incident in the show because it's all about ratings and the advertisement dollars. So it's all BS. And I really wish people would stop falling for it. Listen, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If what Kenya did was so diabolical where she had to be let go, then Britney should have been let go. Britney's ass should have been out of there weeks prior. You threatened Kenya with a gun, no matter what. You brought up the word pistol in the midst of an argument, and your botched face should have been up out of there. Two wrongs don't make a right, but if it's not equal, then get up out my face, okay? Kenya should still be on the show at the end of the day. So I just want to know what you think about it. I know you got some insight on it. What's your perspective? Because this team twirl over here, it's team Kenya over here. And look here, I've been watching the show for years, and I know Kenya has done some nasty things, just like what she did to Kim Fields. I didn't like that at all. Kenya has done a lot in her day, but she's done nothing to be reprimanded in this way. And I stand on that.